Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing amazing and thank you so much for tuning in to today's video where I'm going to be explaining all about the new moon in Aquarius on the 31st of January slash the 1st of February. As always, grab a coffee, grab a drink of choice, grab whatever you like, iced tea, margarita. I'd also recommend grabbing a little journal so you can take some notes about the new moon as well, so you can really harness the power of it this time around. But without further ado, let's just hop straight into it. New moon in Aquarius, what does this mean? What does it mean for us in general, collectively, and on an astrological level? Well, let's dive all into that. So if you are into astrology, you probably are up to date with Mercury being in retrograde. So this is finishing on February 3rd. February 2nd is when it won't be moving anymore and when it starts to change its way. This is where we're going to start seeing the energy kind of deplete. If you are very tapped into the moon cycles and the planet cycles in our Milky Way, then you probably feel the energy of it a lot as well. So if you do, like me, then after the full moon, you've probably been feeling like your energy has started to, the momentum of it started to build up again. You've started to realize more positive thought patterns and thinking, which then leads to more positive actions, and then so forth and so forth. So the momentum's really building up with the depletion of the energy of Mercury being in retrograde, which then obviously will finish on the 3rd of February. Saturn's placement is 15 degrees in this new moon. Saturn's all about action. It's a doing, right? So cultivating the energy in this new moon with Saturn's influence being so close, this can mean you can either have a clear vision of what's to come and you can see it in your head. You've felt the momentum of it building up and the energy is starting to really come into play with this new moon, whether you like it or not. So if you've been cultivating it and you are aware of what's been going on astrologically, then you've probably been tapping into this energy, or you might be feeling really frustrated and stuck. So Saturn's influence in this new moon is really pushing the idea of action, whether it be through inspired action or through action of working more with our shadow self. So this is the perfect opportunity, either way you go about it, to really harness the energy of it and move through everything you need to. Either way, this placement for Saturn is very strong in this new moon. So whichever way you let the energy use you or you use it, it is going to be strong nonetheless. Let's talk about Aquarius and what it means to be an Aquarian and the energy that we are cultivating with the Aquarius new moon. Aquarius is all about their authenticity, living in their truth, and really closing the gap between themselves currently and where they see their higher selves. Their personality is on the forefront and they do not settle for anything less than what they want. They give zero fucks. They do not care. They are very focused as well. So wherever they drive their energy, they go full force. So this is the kind of a wrap up for Aquarius and the energy that we're really going to be feeling in the new moon and how we can really harness that. So knowing that that's the focus of the new moon's energy, we can then move forward and kind of delve deeper into where the placements are going to be and what that means for us as a collective, and you can personalize it to your own as well. So for me, I personally am a Pisces, so shout out to my Pisces out there. If you are, do a little fish emoji down below. I would love to say hello to all my little water babies out there, and the rest of you I also love, but I've got a special place in my heart for my Pisces girls and boys. Point being, there is a lot of Capricorn influence, a lot of Aquarius with the authenticity, so it is really pushing and challenging us to move forward with our authentic self. If you are one of these signs that have strong placements in this new moon, then you can definitely focus on other ways to cultivate different energy if you feel good you're in one aspect, or you can harness that energy more to really live out a bigger desire in that area, whatever it might be. I'm going to knuckle down on everything you can do and what different angles you can use to go about this new moon, and what I'm going to be personally doing as a little Pisces gal. Okay, so there is a placement within the planets that I'm very excited about. So Mars has moved into Capricorn, and this happens every 2 years. Mars is all about action and ambition and kind of running our egos. We can use it in a creative and useful way, or we can let it get the better of us and let it run our ego, aggression and anger. So either way it might go, you get to decide. Capricorn represents a lot of discipline, a lot of structure, ambition, a lot of the qualities that Mars has as well, that executes it and cultivates it in a different way. The harmony with Capricorn being in Mars is perfect, and the energy is very favorable for any manifestations that you wish to do, any way you wish to create your 2022. This is the time to really plan it out, visualize it, and embody that version of yourself for the rest of the year. With the placement of Uranus in this new moon, sorry, I can't say Uranus and not like find it funny. I'm so immature. I would definitely suggest calling upon whoever is in your little realm, in your little aura, in your little bubble. So whether that be God, your higher self, your angels, mermaids, mystical beings, fairies, unicorns, whatever that you call upon for your protection, this is the person that I want you to really call upon and allow in to your new moon ritual if you're going to have one. By doing this and surrendering, surrender is the key word here. You cannot force this to happen, and the new moon energy anyway is very favorable for this to be just done with ease. So the more you align with whoever and whatever that might be to you, the more that you are going to get inspired action at this time. So this is a perfect time to really set in nature. So whether you're an earth sign, go into a forest, water babies, definitely get out to the ocean, whatever feels good and whatever connection feels good to you, so you can allow the messages and the downloads to come through to you, because this is a time where you really want to be listening into them, because these are the ones that you can really trust in, that are going to lead you down the path of your true desires. And I would definitely suggest keeping a journal with you and a pen at all times during the few days. So as of now until a couple days after, I would suggest the 3rd of February when Mercury is out of retrograde, and especially after that, that is probably when you'll get your action moves that you'll already be doing. But before that, to really have the best understanding that you can of what's happening and what's to come. Pluto's placement in this new moon is all about the underworld, is all about our shadow self, the darkness, our dark side. There is a strong influence with the Pluto placement in this new moon for this, which we can definitely, don't be scared or anything like that. It's nothing to be scared of. As above, so below, yin yang. Mercury retrograde, our energy has definitely felt scattered, and we're really cultivating back the energy to ourselves and to our center. And once we've done that, that's when we can allow light over our shadow self, and we can really see the areas that we get triggered and delve deeper into these triggers and all about shadow work. I definitely suggest to do some sort of practice around shadow self on the new moon, because you will definitely have the stronger energy from what's going on with the new moon. It's just very favorable to be able to work through your shadow self in this time and start afresh if you do have any blockages still. When I say we've been through the storm and we're just starting to build back our houses from the storm, I really mean it. That wasn't a good analogy, but whatever, we're gonna run with it. This Mercury retrograde's energy has already run its course. It is on the depletion, so anything that still blocks you from whatever that might mean to you, be curious with it, allow it to come through. Treat emotions like your friend knocking on your door. Invite them in for coffee, have a conversation, and then they leave. Don't let it linger. Don't let this allow you to have this energy after this new moon. This is not what that's about. It is just uncovering last little blockages that might be in your way. Just think of them as little pebbles that you're just flicking out the way of your path to your higher self. And that's a way better analogy than the last one. All that out of the way, some more in-depth things that you can do to cultivate this energy now that you have an understanding of it, and where you can place this energy in the best ways possible, I will get into now. There is no need for extra planning. You have a clear sight, and trust yourself on that you really do. You've been thinking about the version of yourself for the last 3 years that you want to cultivate and close the gap on. You have a clear vision, and if you don't have a clear vision by the time you're listening to this, there are blockages, and I suggest you work on your shadow self until the new moon arises, where then the energy will be so favorable to yourself that you will have no choice but to see this version of yourself and then to take action. Isn't that exciting? Shadow work, journaling. If you are not used to shadow work, I will do another video, but in the meantime, I would suggest doing a couple journal prompts that I will put on the screen here, and this can definitely help you dive into your shadow self, and this will allow you to see your blockages, to see your triggers, to see where things stem from, to move through emotional pain through your body. And if you have done that and you're ready for the next step, I would suggest doing physical movement, whether that that be yoga, dance. You can do Kundalini yoga. That is absolutely amazing. That will really get that energy through to you, and you will just feel so alive after. You'll feel wild, and you'll feel ready to take on any passion projects that you have been afraid of. Especially my Pisces babies out there, that is the energy we're really cultivating for our sign, because I'm feeling that. The next thing that you could do is connecting to source in some way. When I say source, it can be whoever you pray to, whoever that is to you. Mine is my angels, so I've got my little oracle deck here, and I will definitely be connecting to this in these times, whatever way it means to you. You can go through some meditation, and you can do some tantric meditation. You can do some to connect you to other beings, as long as you know what you're doing with that. To all my witch girls out there, that's who I'm talking to. The more things you do to connect to source, the more the new moon is going to be favorable to what you want it to be. And this is the way you can really harness the energy of it, and everything I've explained you can use to the extent that you want it to, the more you connect to source and the more you have your good intentions, obviously, always. For all my water babies out there, I will go through a new moon ritual and also a full moon ritual for the next one that comes around, to give you some inspiration to what you could do for your star sign, or any of my star signs out there. You can definitely follow this as well, but it is more favored to my water babies, and then more specifically my Pisces as well, because that is just what I am. So if you like this video and you want to see more, please let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and let me know if you have any questions down below. I'll be active on this platform answering all your questions up until the new moon and a couple days after, to assist you and to support you, so you don't feel alone, so you know that you have my guidance and my energy supporting you and your desires and your manifestations through this time. I have so much faith in you, and I am so happy to see all our beautiful little lives sprout and blossom into our higher self and what we really want to see for ourselves. And I have full faith and trust in all of us, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate you spending the time to listen to my channeling, and until next time, bye guys. Mwah.